Welcome to a snapshot of our 2025 visit to Glace Bay, where we found a great place for lunch and visited my favorite childhood beach after having experienced the awesome Cape Breton Miners Museum. This video scratches the surface of what this facility has to offer, which is best seen in person. Inside the large building, you are presented with a clever interactive theater, where your head position activates projected hidden animations, aided by a targeting light in your helmet. Shown here, my head scans the top section to the right, and even more can be seen in the lower area as I then scan leftward. The projector is given away if someone stands in the light path. The animated presentation is augmented by a well-planned series of storyboards covering a rich area of history from 1672 through 2001. Take some time to pause the video and read the short descriptions offered for each year. Similarly, pause sections to read some of the documented personal stories to truly get a sense of the life in this period. Having grandparents, uncles, and aunts who endured these periods as coal miners, this visit renewed an appreciation of what they endured to bring me to a better life. In my school years and later career, I was fortunate to not experience what was still going on in the Maritimes. Even as I make this video, there is much to read and appreciate from these images. This checking in and out image is a cold reminder that miners were treated as numbers, with no guarantee of seeing another day. Mostly immigrants, promised a home and better life, only to be tricked into an impossible life of indentured servitude to the company store. Your best buddy was the dragoman, who saved you from disasters, and death was your only way out, but not for your family. Here are some interesting stories of the times, mounted on typical aluminum lunchboxes in one of the display areas. Take a few moments to read them. Following a brief orientation, an optional 45-minute guided tour took us into the typical miner's daily work routine. Does anybody know a mining song? Down we go. Once into the mine, young trapper boys stationed at air control gates were explained. Then our guide showed us a seam of coal and the structure of the mine. To avoid the sea, we turned to the left to have working pit ponies explained. We then proceeded to a working seam area for more demonstrations.
While he was cutting, his buddy be here waxing the rope for making sure that I wouldn't fall in on top of him. And it was very loud and had a piston onto it and went in, out, bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. And he would cut from one rib down to the other rib. And he gets it all cut out. You take your machine down, drag it out the way, take your hose, put it on your drill, your jackhammer, and then you would drill holes in the top and down in the bottom. You get it all drilled off, and now you're ready to blast. But you wouldn't do the blasting, a shot fire would. In the shot fire, he was the only guy who was allowed to carry the detonators. But you had to carry your powder down. Now, you carried that down in a little can like this here. And you fill that up with little plugs of powder, and you would have to buy that from the company, right? And that would be taken off your pay. He takes your powder, punches a hole into it, fills up all the holes, everybody would go up into a crosscut, and then you would hear him hollering, "Fire!" You hear boom. Now when you come in, well, first of all, you're going to be met by a big cloud of coal dust. And you're going to come in, you and your buddy, and you're going to be working in that all day. And you have a big pile of coal here on the floor, And here's the shovel you're going to use to load that coal in the box. The big number 9 paint shovel, right? And you load your box, and then to identify your coal, you had to put a little tally onto it. And this is what a tally looked like. So today we got tally 7. We hang that on our box. That goes up over the scales, then they mark by your number, how many tons was into it. That's how you got paid. You had to secure the roof as you went. If you just kept going and going up and didn't put anything up, well, eventually the roof fell down on top of you, kill you. And we didn't get paid extra for that. That was, we used to call it dead work, okay? And of course, you were down here all day. You need a drink of water. Well, you had to bring your own water down, and this is what they carried many years ago. Little copper cans like this here. Yeah. We carried Javex bottles. We used to wash them out, bring them down, big gallon of Javex water. And everybody drank out the same bottle. There was no COVID days back in them days, right? And there's your lunch can, guy. You had to bring your lunch down in a can like this there because Archie, the pit rat, he's ever gone on you, right? Yeah, this was it. Anybody heard the song Tennessee Ernie Ford?
We checked out the pit garden last and then hung up our clothes and our tag. But if you're not up for the underground hike, there are still many physical exhibits inside and out to explore to enrich your adventure to the Miners Museum. It's not hard to find enough to do to fill a full outing in Glace Bay. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be looking forward to preparing another one for you soon.